And we're back for the start of the second half with your score: Shepherd University 34, Urbana 27. Some stats from the first half. For Shepherd University, leading the way was Austin Cunningham with 9 points, Morgan McDonald with 8, and Naeem Muhammad with 7, followed up by Brantley Osborne with 4, Wade Walker with 4, and Kevin Jones with 2. Urbana University led by Mike Dorceus with 7, Casey Baker with 5, and Neron Miles with 5, followed up by Augie Rebich with 4, Derek Sandifer with 3, and Danny Goins with 3. So Danny Goins kind of off his feet here in the first half, looking to pick it back up in the second. And Cunningham goes to the line. First shot up and in for Cunningham, makes it 35-27. Second shot good. So Cunningham leading the way with 11 points now for Shepherd. Full court pressure applied by the Rams. Miles looks inside, finds Goins. Goins drives the lane, finds triple coverage, and then gives off to Baker. Baker lobs it in, puts it down, and Baker will go to the line for an and one. So Casey Baker with an outstanding play underneath. Baker with 9 rebounds in the first half to go along with 5 points, now 7 points. Shot up and in. The left-hander from Conneautville, Pennsylvania. McDonald, dribble drive, looks for help, finds it in Walker. Walker loses the handle, and it goes out of bounds. And they'll say it was off Augie Rebich last. Didn't see that from here. Muhammad lobs it into McDonald. Baker right there on him. Couldn't get the ball to fall. And Rebich right there for the rebound. Miles. Komjenovic. Back to Miles. Komjenovic, top of the key. Muhammad on him. 10 seconds now left on the shot clock. Then Miles tries to force it into Rebich. Couldn't get it in there. And the Blue Knights still down by 6, 36-30. 18:39 left on the game clock. Miles gets the foul, so an outstanding play. Miles got McDonald off his feet, leaned into him and drew the foul. So it's a shooting foul, and Miles will go to the line. So Neron Miles spent a lot of time on the charity stripe here. First shot up and rolls out. Second shot around the rim and out as well. So 0 for 2 for Miles. A disappointing trip to the line there. Cunningham, a long three, no. And a foul. He's going to call it on Miles. And Shepherd will take the ball out underneath the basket. Mike Dorceus comes in. Augie Revitz goes out at the 18:25 mark. Mohammed lobs it into McDonald. Walker looks for help. And Brantley Osborne draws the foul. So 3 quick personal fouls on Urbana here in less than 2 minutes here in the second half. Urbana with 3 team fouls, Shepherd with 2. And Baker stepped on the end line, so we'll do it again. Mohammed dishes into Osborne, stolen away by Miles. Miles dribble drive all alone, yes, up and in. 36-32. And Miles said something. So he scored the basket, said something to the official, and now we've got a technical foul. And Brantley Osborne goes to the line. Osborne, the 6'2" senior from Sunbury, Pennsylvania, cans the first. Second one up and in as well. So Miles laid it in, but negates it with the technical, and it's 38-32. And Wade Walker inbounds the ball. Cunningham takes it up for the Rams, dishes off to Osborne. Tried to deliver it inside to Cunningham, but Dorceus there to tip it away. Goins loses the handle. Osborne to Mohammed, lays it in, 40-32. Full court pressure now for the Rams. Newton turns it over. Mohammed lays it in. So things fast getting out of control here for the Blue Knights. And a timeout is called by Jeff Porter. He's seen enough. And 17-25 here in the early going of the second half. Urbana finds themselves down by 10 points, 42-32. And with that timeout, this timeout will be brought to you by the Farmer's Daughter Restaurant. This one's tough to do because I'm getting kind of hungry. The next time you're in Urbana, stop by the Farmer's Daughter Restaurant at 904 Miami Street, where the daily specials include chicken and biscuits, meatloaf, and many other cooked favorites. And after you're done eating, stop by the gift shop and bakery just next door. The Farmer's Daughter also offers catering and banquet services. Call on the Farmer's Daughter at 937-653-3276. That's 937-653-3276 for more information, or log on to their website at thefarmersdaughterllc.com. So the Blue Knights on the verge of collapse here, down by 10. Allowed an explosion by the Rams here with 8 unanswered points. Danny Goins with Cunningham with full court pressure. Brings it up. Goins stops, pops, no. Baker almost had the handle. Mohammed takes it away. And here come the Rams once again. Cunningham takes the 15-footer off the back of the rim. No. Newton there to corral it. Dishes out ahead to Goins. Goins back to Sandifer. And Mike Newton resets the offense. Dorceus. Back to Goins. Goins inside to Dorceus. Dorceus kind of leans in with the left hand. Goins. Got Muhammad's hand on the ball, so he couldn't get it up there, but drew the foul. So Danny Goins will go to the line, try to cut into this 10-point deficit at the 16:27 mark. First shot off the back of the rim, no. Second shot around the rim and out. So Danny Goins is having a rough evening. Pilgrim in the game now. Back to Cunningham. Pilgrim. Into Brantley Osborne. Brantley Osborne over back to Cunningham. Walker and McDonald also on the floor for Shepherd. Walker uses the left hand, no, but McDonald right there. Pilgrim from the corner, good. So Marcus Pilgrim puts the Rams up by 13, 45-32 now. And head coach Jeff Porter wants a timeout. He's seen enough. So he'll call a 30-second timeout. And this timeout's brought to you by XL Sports Medicine. XL Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation in Urbana, the region's leader in sports medicine and physical therapy, including aquatic therapy, injury prevention, and performance enhancement programs. Call 937-653-7333. That's 937-653-7333 to schedule an appointment. XL Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation. It's time to excel. Well, the good news is not supposed to get any colder. It's -12. Casey Baker uses the left hand underneath, gets his own rebound, puts it back. Shot no again. Cunningham drills it into McDonald underneath, uses the left hand, puts it up and in. So McDonald, a great play underneath the basket. Puts the Rams up by 15 and draws the foul as well. 47-32. The Blue Knights down. So this game's starting to slip away from the Blue Knights. And McDonald at the line for the and one and sinks it. 48-32. Down by 16. Mike Newton. Sandefur double teamed in the corner. Got away with it. Baker there to help. Newton drives and puts it in. So Mike Newton. (48-34). Cunningham thought about it. Sandefur comes over to change his mind. And a 30-second timeout by Shepherd. So head coach Justin Namalik saw something he didn't like out there, calls a timeout, and we'll take a quick timeout too with 14:32 remaining in the ball game. Shepherd on top, 48-34. Fans come out to the Grime Center on Thursday night for more doubleheader action Thursday night against Glenville State, starting off with the battle of the conference unbeatens, Glenville versus Urbana, to claim sole possession of the current conference first place, followed closely by the men's game against Glenville State. And a long three by Cunningham. (51-34), down by 17 now. 14 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Miles drives it in. Rebic follows it up, 51-36. Cunningham almost loses control, double teamed in the corner. McDonald right there. Pilgrim left wide open on the left side. Can't get it to go. And Rebic gets called for the foul. Rebic frustrated. And the media timeout. So with 13:46 remaining in the second half, Shepherd on top, 51-36, up down by 15 are the Blue Knights. And this timeout will be brought to you by Family Dentistry. Get that bright, radiant smile you've always wanted by taking that first step and calling Family Dentistry at 937-484-5775. That's 937-484-5775. And ask about their free whitening special. New patients are always welcome and convenient hours are always available. Family Dentistry is located at 1866 East U.S. Highway 36 here in Urbana in front of Walmart. Family Dentistry, dentistry worth smiling about. So Glenville State, Thursday night's opponent. The men's team coming into tonight's action with a 6-3 record. The women's team only with one loss on the year so far, so it's going to be some pretty heavy-duty action on Thursday night. No rest for the weary, with 4 games in 8 days for the Blue Knights. And then followed up on Saturday with the University of Charleston at 1-3 p.m. So come on out to the Grime Center. Plenty of basketball action here the rest of the week for a basketball smorgasbord. Jones at the line. Uses the left hand off the back of the rim. No. Jones with a little hesitation shot there from the line. Newton uses the left hand. Sandifer, a long three around the rim, no. Rebic kept it alive. Baker grabbed it, puts it back up with the left hand, so Casey Baker lays it in. Blue Knights only down by 14 now, 52-38. So plenty of time to come on back for the Blue Knights. Garrett Burkhead gives back to Brantley Osborne. McDonald, spin move underneath, off the rim and in. So McDonald having quite a night for the Rams. McDonald doing outstanding work on both ends of the floor with 10 points and 9 rebounds now. Sandifer tried to muscle it up underneath, couldn't get it to go. Gives it to Rebic. That time he probably should have taken that shot. 54-38. Rams on top of the Blue Knights, 12:20 remaining in the regulation. Naim Muhammad comes back in. Miles, dribble drive, dishes back out to Sandifer for three. Good. Derek Sandifer hits the key three. 54-41. And answering right back is Garrett Burkhead. 57-41. Newton has his attempt partially tipped. Burkhead. And Burkhead didn't get the shot to go down, but he drew the foul. So Burkhead will go to the line. Foul on Neron Miles as Burkhead goes to the line. So if you Blue Knight faithful stay in here at the Grind Center, despite all the cold weather and the wind chill factors, they're still here rooting on the Blue Knights. And some faithful Ram fans as well here tonight. Garrett Burkhead only having played 5 minutes all season long, getting quite a bit of time in tonight. Sandifer dribble drive, stops in the lane, pops, good. McDonald, Burkhead. Muhammad tries the 10-footer, good on the left side of the lane. So it's 61-43 now. 11 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the game. Rebic underneath, lays it up and in. Burkhead gives to Muhammad. McDonald over to Burkhead. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Pilgrim tried the dribble drive. And here come the Blue Knights back. Mike Newton in control of the offense, down by 16. Danny Goins back in the game. Gives inside to Baker. Baker tries the left-handed hook. No. And Osborne. Dribble drive. Gives back to Pilgrim. Pilgrim from the side. Good. Pilgrim hitting from the right side. 64-45 now, and head coach Jeff Porter calls a timeout with 10-11 left on the clock. We'll take a timeout too. We'll be right back. And we're back once again at the Grimes Center. Blue Knights down by 19. So far the game not going the way the Blue Knights had planned it. With 10-11 remaining in the contest. The score, Shepherd 64, Urbana 45. Mike Newton gives to Sandifer, tries from the foul line, shot no, but Newton right there. Goins, dribble drive, uses the right hand, up and in. So Danny Goins. Goins now with 5 on the night, way below his scoring average. And Cunningham uses the left hand for the underneath shot. 66-47 now. Newton has his long pass intercepted by Muhammad, intended for Sandifer. Osborne back to Pilgrim, to Jones. Jones to Pilgrim, and Pilgrim on the right side again. So we know where Pilgrim likes to shoot from, that right corner. Sandifer to Miles. Back to Sandifer, up and in. Let's see if they'll count it. So Sandifer will go to the line. Wade Walker comes in the game now. Named Muhammad goes out. 8:44 remaining in the contest. Sandifer goes to the line. Shepherd now with 4 team fouls. Urbana with 8. And Mike Dorceus comes in. Sandifer goes out. Cunningham. Austin Cunningham having an outstanding game. Almost had the ball stolen away by Miles. Takes it in by himself. And Miles gets a technical. So Miles adding bad on to worse. 71-50 now. Shepherd on top. And Brantley Osborne will go to the charity stripe to shoot the technical. Brantley Osborne off the back of the rim, spins around and in. So Brantley Osborne averaging 22.2 points a game. Second shot up and in. Also shooting 88% on the year from the line. Dusan Komjenovic will inbound the ball for the Blue Knights. Blue Knights now down by 23, 73-50. 8 minutes, 27 seconds remaining in the game. Full court pressure now by the Rams once again. Newton brings it across half court. Another turnover. Jones. Scores the easy lay-in, 75-50. Dorceus. Baker misses. Brantley Osborne dishes off. to Cunningham, and the ball goes out of bounds. Osborne will do the honors, gets the ball give and go, and Osborne scores easily on Josh Brown now in the game for his first action on the evening. Komjenovic over to Josh Brown. Brown over to Newton. Komjenovic fakes the shot, drives the lane, gives off to Baker, up and in. 77-52. Pilgrim looks to the left side, dribble drive in the lane, and the foul is called. And a great defensive play by Mike Dorceus. The ball gets turned back over to the Blue Knights. Brown inbounds the ball. More full court pressure applied by the Rams. Komjenovic back to help. Takes the ball across the midcourt line. Newton to Brown. Cross-court pass to Komjenovic, tries the baseline, spin move underneath, no, Dorceus almost ripped down the rebound. McDonald there to contest. And the Blue Knights will have the ball as they inbound it. Mike Newton does the honors. Josh Brown, a long three, hits it. So Josh Brown comes off the bench, hits a quick three. Josh Brown, the 6'1" senior from Millington, Tennessee. McDonald, a long three. Haven't seen McDonald shoot from that range so far this evening. And the Blue Knights down by 22, 77-55 at the 6:09 mark. Attempted by Garrett Burkhead, now back in the game. So Burkhead having an outstanding night off the bench for the Rams, coming into tonight's action with 5 total minutes. Has played that and more tonight. Garrett Burkhead with 5 points tonight. And McDonald at the line with his opportunity, has 15 points now for McDonald. Newton gives to Dorceus on the right side. Dorceus drives the lane, uses the backboard, up and in. 79-57 now. Cunningham. McDonald thought about a long three, gives it to Cunningham instead. He dishes into McDonald. Back out to Osborne. Plenty of time left on the shot clock with 10 seconds. Cunningham uses the left-hander underneath. Lays it up and in. 81-57 now. Clock approaching 5 minutes left in the contest. Newton. Komjenovic. Komjenovic travels. And the ball goes back over to the Rams. Fans, don't forget to join us on Thursday night. The women's game starts at 5:30. The men's 20 minutes after the conclusion of the women's game, where the Blue Knights will take on the Pioneers from Glenville State College. Hope you'll join us right here on sports.urbana.edu. Promises to be an exciting evening of basketball for both the men and the women on Thursday night. And with 4:47 remaining in the game, Shepherd on top, 81-57. This timeout is brought to you by Sweeting Auto and Tire. For over 30 years, your complete auto service center located at 301 South Main Street here in Urbana. Call 937-652-1386. That's 937-652-1386. Or check out their website at www.sweetingtire.com. Oh, the night hasn't turned out the way as it was planned for the Blue Knights tonight. Down by 24 with Cunningham at the line once again. Off the back of the rim, no. 4:47 remaining in the game. Austin Cunningham having an outstanding game tonight for the Rams. Missed those two. Komjenovic to Newton, a long three on the right side, good. So Mike Newton intercepts it and has the ball tipped away. So Mike Newton playing well both offensively and defensively. Cuts the lead down to 21, 81-60. First shot up and in. 81-61. And the second shot up and in as well. Cuts the lead to 19. Cunningham to Burkhead. Has the ball stolen away by Brown. And then immediately fouls, so Josh Brown will go to the line. Brown, an 80% free throw shooter on the year. Averaging 3.7 points a game. Osborne over to Pilgrim. Osborne into Muhammad. Almost has his pass stolen away. McDonald loses the handle. Baker right there. And McDonald goes to the line once again. Casey Baker now with 4 fouls. Check that, 3 fouls for Baker now. trouble right now for Mike Dorceus with 4, Dusan Komjenovic with 4, and Niran Miles with 4. Brown gives off to Newton. Dorceus tried to set a pick. Baker in the corner. Spin move with the left hand. No. Gets his own rebound back. Tries to drive it up. Has the ball knocked out of his hands. But last touch by a Ram. Likely by Cunningham, the most active underneath there. Dorceus drives the lane. Uses the left hand up and in. Blue Knights back within 19. 3:20 remaining on the game clock. Josh Brown intercepts the pass. Dorceus underneath. Gets the shot to go. And the Blue Knights are only down by 17 now, 83-66. 3:05 on the clock. Head coach Jeff Porter wants a timeout, and we'll take one too and be right back. Both teams back out on the floor. Still plenty of fans in the Grimes Center, braving the tough weather conditions tonight. Pilgrim looks back to McDonald. Over to Osborne. Loses the handle, but Muhammad there. Pilgrim. Over to Cunningham. Cunningham looks for help. Gets the pick from McDonald. Gets the roll from McDonald. McDonald rolls it in and draws the foul from Dorceus. So McDonald will go to the line. 19 points now for McDonald, having an outstanding game tonight. Morgan McDonald, a 6'6" junior, so we'll see him again next year as well, from Inwood, West Virginia, the pride of Musselman High School. And Dorceus goes out with 5 fouls. Augie Rebich comes back in. Urbana with 10 team fouls. Shepherd with 9. Urbana with no more timeouts left. Shepherd with 3. Likely not to want to use those. And a technical foul against Jeff Porter. So they'll remain at the line. So Osborne will go to the charity stripe and shoot the technical offer. That one's up and in. Second shot in as well. Nothing but net. Makes the lead 22, 88-66 now. And here come the Blue Knights at 2:30 left on the clock. Komjenovic over to Brown. Brown to Newton. Newton a long 3. Shot good. So Mike Newton Draining a couple of threes here in the second half, keeping the Blue Knights as close as possible. 88-69 now. Cunningham off the front of the rim. No. Baker there with the rebound. Mike Newton drives the lane around the rim and out. A minute 53 remaining. So Mike Newton will go to the line. Didn't get the shot to go, but drew the foul. First shot up and in. 88-70 now. Second shot off the back of the rim, no. Augie Revich right there. So Augie Revich contributing on the offensive side of the game for the Blue Knights. Osborne dishes inside to Jones. Jones fakes. Tries the baseline, almost shut himself off, but comes back out, puts it in. Evan Jones. Rebic back to Komjenovic. Komjenovic fakes the shot, drives the lane, misses the lay-in. Osborne back to Cunningham. Pilgrim, top of the key. Cunningham. Shepard into the stall mode now, trying to use up the clock as much as possible, and McDonald hits from the left corner. The long three makes it 93-72. We're inside the last minute of the game. Folks, check out all the stats on sports.urbana.edu. That's sports.urbana.edu for all the statistics for tonight's games and throughout the season. Follow Blue Knights Athletics on sports.urbana.edu. 16 seconds. That'll just about do it. 93-72 is how it's going to end. Hope to see you again on Thursday night. Once again, the women's game at 5:30. The men 20 minutes after the conclusion of the women's game. Right around 7:30. Hope to see you on Thursday night. Have a great evening and stay warm. It's -12.